Good morning. Welcome to the Real Estate Humor Meme Stream. I'm Bill Gross. We get together every Wednesday morning, hump day, to talk about, well, just to share humor, share a laugh, find something that's funny. This group is based on the Facebook group Real Estate Humor, where we have about 106,000 fellow members, and people post memes during the week. And basically, for about 10 minutes here, I'm going to go through some of them, and hopefully we'll have a laugh. Now, if you're watching this, we do live stream this. Feel free to post your own or react, and love to get engaged. And again, the whole purpose here is to have some fun. So we're not here to make any to educate. We're not here to get too deep in the process, but we're here to have some fun along the way. So with that, let's jump right into it. I love this one personally. I love this one. Me going to submit an offer I know won't get accepted on a property that already has 47 other offers. One thing I've learned is that when a property is priced really low, it gets a lot of attention, and rightfully so. We should look at it, make offers on it, but sometimes buyers mistakenly think that that property that's priced low means that's what it's going to sell for. You still have to be aggressive and competitive, and sometimes the buyer is offering too low, and so this is a common experience that agents have. I get these phone calls from realtors. Hey, I know that you have a lot of offers and such, but and I know my offer's low, but my buyer wanted me to make the offer on it. So yeah, it's one of the challenges, I think, of being in this business sometimes is doing things for your customers, and maybe they have to learn a little bit about the process. Another one is, you have buyers who maybe don't qualify, and they're trying to get them approved. And so I know that this really is how it is. Folks with terrible credit history, high debt-to-income ratio, low down payment, and the loan underwriter's like, whoa, don't want to get involved. So I love the look at his face. Again, most of these memes are like classic memes, and that picture is used for a lot of different stuff. Here's one. So real estate agent's life: not using your phone, you have perfect Wi-Fi. Scrolling through social media, you still have pretty good Wi-Fi. We ain't responding to email right away, all of a sudden it gets slow. With your client and you need to look something have connections. This is so real. Oh my God. This is so real. There's something about the iPhone that senses when you need information, and this service that was 4 bars and high Wi-Fi, all of a sudden you can't get anything. That is, especially when you had a property. Okay, so here's another one. As a real estate agent, you run a business. You can't, we get our deals, our commissions in chunks, and so we can't live on that. And this too. So here's one. Me, myself, before commissions. Don't buy unnecessary stuff after commissions. Oh, man. It's the end of the year. I just closed a couple big deals. I did do some investment in my business, and I bought a new laptop and some other, investments in my business. But yeah, I think that I saw last night an agent who had everything was designer, top, bottom, shoes, purse, briefcase. She had all the bling on, and it's a challenge. We live within our means, especially when it goes up and down. So this is a classic. In real estate, oftentimes we're the same person. Hey, Dan, nice to see you too, man. I think we're connected up for a podcast next Tuesday. I think we're scheduled for. I think I just saw that being set up. Dan Friedenberg visiting in on the LinkedIn. So here's one. This is a classic. You're trying to maintain control of your own meltdown, so you're not going along with your customers' meltdown. I get customers who meltdown all the time, and my job is to be the calm port in the storm. But I feel like that all the time sometimes. You try to fight the urge to kind of lose it. So that's kind of a scary picture. Okay, so here's here's one. Boasting: beautiful, stunning remodel home, new roof, air conditioning, motivated seller. Submit your offers as soon as possible. So you crack your fingers, you kind of stretch your neck out, you hit the computer, and then you throw it on a shot. Yeah, that's definitely sometimes how you feel like you put your best effort in, but it's going to be competitive. In our business, we almost always work with another agent. As a listing agent, I almost always have other agents who sell my listings. And so sometimes that's good, and sometimes you get a bad agent. And my job as a listing agent is to coach them, teach them. I won't say take advantage of them, but my job is to pick my client. And if the other party is not good, then that's kind of how it goes. But when you instantly tell the other agent on the side is going to be awful to work with, that face, I felt that way many, many times. That face is real for me. Definitely the other agent is just like, what the heck is that person even thinking? Here's another one. This I felt this inside recently. I had a client who were in negotiation and just said, "Hey, if the buyer won't accept our offer, let's just pull the property off and wait till next year." And I think sometimes people feel like next year is somehow, in life it feels like new promises, new hopes, new beginnings. But in marketing, in business, it's just waste of time. And so this is the face I always felt like when the client says they want to wait till next year, like. Really, like you somehow think that the buyers are just going to crawl the work and pay a higher price because it's January, not December. Definitely, I feel that way from time to time. Whenever I hear clients say that, that's definitely the phase. Here's another one. Now, this is an interesting controversy. Good morning to everybody except agents who won't tell you they've accepted an offer until after you've shown the house. Now, this is an interesting question. As a listing agent, my job is to create competition for the house. And I am obligated within 24 hours to update the MLS. It's frustrating, I know, for buyers who are going to show a property and then find out an offer was accepted hours ago or maybe almost a day ago. But the reality is, as a listing agent, it's my job to create competition and it's my job to be ethical and follow the rules. And so I do both. But agents get frustrated. I do think that sometimes agents don't understand there's value in showing your property to a buyer. It's not just that offer. It's the relationship. It's the information that you get. It's information the buyer gets. But that face, I definitely know that. I've definitely received that face as a listing agent. I don't mean to be rude or hard to agents. Okay, here's one. Friends would say to me, I also have a business or job where you can do what you want, make as much money all the time just by talking to people. And then this is what it really like after driving 300 miles, showing houses at 7:30 and finally getting to have breakfast at 3:37 p.m. Now, I will say I never waited that long to eat. Obviously, if you know me, I haven't missed too many meals. Maybe that's the problem, is getting snacks on the run or meals or fast food on the run for years. But I think sometimes when I hear customers say, "Oh, real estate agents are overpaid, the commissions are overpaid," like the average agent doesn't show any business at all. So anyhow. Okay, so here's a classic case. I had this happen a few times myself recently as a listing agent. The instructions are the lockbox is on the railing. Now, what I try to do is take a picture of the lockbox because oftentimes for condos, you have multiple lockboxes. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4 different lockboxes. And so which one is it? And so definitely you want to give a little more instruction than just it's on the railing. That's unfortunate for the agents to get that instruction. How the homeowner feels when they finally get the keys. Oh, yeah. As the agent, when you give them the keys. I haven't done that in a long time. But yeah, the feeling of closing the deal on the buyer side as the agent as well as the buyer, that is real how you feel. I have to tell you, there's something really exciting after you've been in escrow for a month or two. Okay. This is just this is classic. So if you ever sold a house to buyers who have parents involved, we all had parents at some point in our life, but there are parents who are involved in their lives and parents who are not as involved. And if you have the father who's the handy guy, he always gets involved, whether before the offer or it's like they have to get their 2 cents in at some point. And if they get in before the contract, they'll get into the inspection. So the buyer's dad at the inspection after not being consulted prior to the contract. And I took that personally. So what happens is the buyer's dad will take it personally and kind of take it out of the inspection to find every little imperfection in the property. And yeah, that's a tough way to go. It's unfortunate. This is how I felt recently. I closed the deal. It was a tough deal. It was a probate litigation. It was a property that was abandoned. It was just a mess of a deal. We try to be humble about closing a huge deal. Yeah, it ain't that much. It's honest work. I try to feel like you're all humble, but deep inside, you got to celebrate those deals. You have to feel good about them when they come up. So, okay, and one last one here today. We're going to do this. This is one where when the house looks nothing like the photos. Happens a lot. I think sometimes agents spend a lot of time on professional photos. The goal of the photos is to get people in the house. They're not going to buy the house without seeing it. They're not going to close escrow without seeing it. And so what we don't want to do is try to sell them through the photos. We want to sell them to come to the house and hopefully buy the house. So yeah, that reaction when buyers are like, not quite what I was expecting. So, okay, so that's it for today. It's 15 minutes. We do real estate meme humor every Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time. We live stream it. If you're watching this, put a comment in, say hi. If you like it, don't like it, suggestions. You have your own memes, let's share those. I'm Bill Gross, at Bill Gross Probate on social media, and make today your best day ever. Thanks so much, everybody.